Hello from the Music Interview Corner. I am here with ELVELLON today with Gilbert and Jan. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for taking time for this interview.
You're welcome.
It's a pleasure.
A week from now, you're going to release your second album. It's called Ascending in Synergy. How was the recording process?
It was
For me,
nice, as usual. Well, this time I actually bought a lot of equipment and to make a lot of recordings actually at my home or at our rehearsal room, so we don't have any time limits or anything. So we can just work as many hours as we like, and I think that really benefited the whole recording process this time. Of course, for the drums, we went to a proper studio, spent some days there. But for everything else, like keyboards, everything orchestral wise, and bass and guitar, we did everything at home. Actually, even the vocals we recorded partly in our rehearsal room, and that was very, really nice because we were just on our own. It was very calm, very smoothing. Everything went very well, and I would do this again like this every time from now on.
How was it for you, Jan?
Very nice. We, like Gilbert and I, did a power session on the bass tracks. I just went over to his place and stayed there for, I think, was it 2.5 days or something? And we just powered through all 10 songs. Was a nice, like a little vacation for me, kind of.
Vacation.
Yeah, it was kind of
like a German word. It sounds like a word only Germans can come up with, like a vacation. You're also hardworking.
Yeah, it was like jumping out of my everyday life, leaving it completely behind, and like completely focused work. I don't know how many hours a day we did, but close to too many. But yeah, that was fun. Yeah. And working with Gilbert, like it was my first experience with Gilbert as a producer, and that was really nice. Like he has a great set of ears. Hears every little mistake, and like, hey, we could do this here differently, tweak a little here, and that was a cool experience.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. And how is it for you to produce your own music? How is it for you, Gilbert, to be also not only a band member, but also the producer?
It's the only way I can work with that. I don't know. I couldn't give it out my hands, actually, because I have such a strong vision of how it should sound and how it should be played and everything in my head. Yeah, I can only imagine it this way. It feels very natural to me. Yeah,
and it's more freedom, I guess, more creative freedom in a way.
Yes, of course. Yeah, maybe one day it would be nice to get someone else involved in the process when it's getting boring. I don't know, but for now I really like it this way. Yeah.
And do you have a favorite song on Ascending in Synergy?
Jan first, please.
Yeah, mine. It changes from time to time, but at the moment, and it's been for a few weeks, it is Ocean of Treason. I like the main riff a lot, and I'm looking forward to play this song live, and like the way it develops. It's just a very cool song. But as I said, I had other favorites on the album before, and like it switches like depending on the mood. But at the moment, Ocean of Treason.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I don't know. It became one of our favorites during the rehearsals, the last rehearsals, and it just feels. It was a great song before, but with the rehearsals, it really became a favorite. It's very much fun to play, and it just sounds good on our ears. I don't know. It just fits very well. Everything gets in together very well on this one. It's a good one.
I also like it a lot. I got the privilege to listen to it already. It's really fun.
Nice. Very good. Very good.
Yeah, and I also really like My Forever Endeavour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's something completely different, but also a very nice song. Yeah.
Yeah, it has a really nice atmosphere. I don't know. I like the energy of the song.
Yeah, it's a good energy, definitely. Yeah.
Wasn't it the first song that we played live from the album? Like we played it last year already?
Yeah, we already played it last year on the festival. True. Yeah.
Cool. And the fans were so happy that you decided to make it also one of the first singles.
The ones that could remember. Yeah, I think so.
And can I ask you, what's the story behind your band name? Is there some interesting story you can share?
Interesting, I don't know, but the name comes from a former guitar player who's not in the band now for, I don't know, over 10 years, 15 years by now. The first guitar player. before me.
Mhm.
And he came to the rehearsal room with a Tolkien Elvish dictionary and just looked up for good sounding words in Elvish. And yeah, this was the one the band found most appealing for the music.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that was before my time, so I don't have anything to do with that. Yeah, but it's kind of a funny story, maybe. I don't know. We have to stick with it now, even though we have nothing to do with any fantasy-related topics or anything. Yeah. But I think it's still
Nele
good.
was wearing this kind of nice medieval outfit in the lyric video for my Fire and
Yeah,
Jan.
that's true. That's
Fire
true.
and
That's one something we went for, and but I think yeah, it fitted the music video and the vibe. So yeah, why not?
Like
But still,
when we recorded the video for the lyric video from Nele, Nele and myself, we went to the videographer, and we sent some photos to the guys, like this is Nele's outfit, and like we're doing this and that, like little status updates to keep them involved. And Martin's comment was actually like, "Oh, that's a nice elven hairstyle." So it kind of
I thought that too. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Just somehow it fits.
Yeah, and you both were like involved with music from a very young age. For example, you, Gilbert, you already had your very first band named Ravian at age 14, right? And that's also how you met your band's drummer, right? Can you tell us more about that?
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The band was formed in, I think, 2003. And at some point we shared a rehearsal room with the former members of ELVELLON, not former members, but it was Pascal already, Nele was already there, and Martin, our drummer, was already there. Yeah, and the former guitar player, and I don't think some bassist at that point. I can't remember. But yeah, we shared a rehearsal room together in our hometown, and that's how I met them. And I really fell in love with Nele's voice. I think there was super high potential in that, and also the demos were quite nice. And so I said to hey, let's record some demos, please. I think this material is awesome. And yeah, that's how I got into the band. At some point, I just say, hey, please kick your guitar player. He's shitty anyway. He's gonna hate me for saying this. Okay, we have to cut this out, maybe. I don't
Do you
know.
want to send some greetings to him while we're having the chance?
Hi, Chris. Yeah, well, he quit guitar playing after that, I think, as well. Maybe because of that, I don't know. Okay, that was all rude. I'm sorry. But
No, we
That's
really
us.
can cut it out if you want.
no, leave it in. I don't think he's going to see this. Yeah, I love him, but yeah, but I don't think that guitar was the right instrument for him. I'm sorry. It was great that they kicked him actually out of the band, and I joined in, and that was, I don't know, in 2012, I think, and from that on, I'm officially in the band. But as I said, I recorded the demos in, I don't know, 2010, maybe 2011, some first really, really rough demos.
And Jan, speaking of guitar and bass, you play bass in ELVELLON, but before that, for 10 years, you sang and played guitar in your brother's band, Headless Horse, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think I also started my first band at age 14 when I got my first electric guitar, and my brother got his first drum set, and we just started a punk band, like not knowing what we were doing. Turned it into a heavy metal band, Headless Horse, later on. And yeah, just had a lot of fun on a very not professional level, but we always tried to be as professional as we could, like be there on time, which is a thing not most bands, like especially teenager bands, can do. Yeah, all these little details. And yeah, afterwards it was a bit of overlap. I joined the death metal band, which I'm still part of, called Kingdom of Salvation, where I was playing bass. I played bass before actually in another band, but doesn't matter. I actually started with playing bass because I wanted to do something different than being frontman and guitar player and being tied to a microphone stand. So I wanted to just have fun on stage, party, and not be forced to stand in one point. Yeah, I've been doing that for quite some years now, and then coincidentally joined ELVELLON. Yeah, it was, I don't know. ELVELLON was searching a new bass player, and there was like, I think Gilbert asked somebody he knows who knows me, and then gets kind of a recommendation, and it just fit.
Cool. This is a really cool story. Did you play any other instruments over the course of your life besides guitar, bass, and like singing?
I played the trumpet for I think 1 or 2 years. Well, I don't know how old I was, 14, around that, in a trumpet choir thingy. Actually have it back here. I'm kind of an instrument hoarder, and I want to be able to play a bit on everything. Like you see didgeridoo over there. There's a trombone in the stat box over there, and like whatever instruments I can get my hands on, I collect them, and then I try to play alle meine Entchen on each one at least, which is kind of the easiest thing to do. There's a piano over there, so yeah, instrument hoarder.
Gilbert, could you imagine to incorporate some of Jan's exotic instruments and playing skills into one of the ELVELLON songs in the future?
Definitely. I see.
Maybe a trombone would be a nice addition.
Yeah, there are a lot of trombones in our music, somewhere in the background. So I don't know. Could do some live recordings of that. Yeah.
Let's try that at least for the next demos.
Yeah, at least for one video for social media.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think your fans would have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
And while we're like at funny topics here, what is the craziest thing you and your bandmates have ever done on tour?
Driving to Barcelona. Like other bands take a plane, but for some reason we rented a van in 2019 and drove there for 16 hours or something.
No, even more. It was 19 hours on the way there, and way back was 23 hours straight drive.
Oh no.
But it was kind of
Did you just want to have the driving experience, or was there a problem with the flights?
I think somebody didn't want to fly. I don't actually know who, but one of the band members.
I didn't want to fly, and also we wanted to have our own equipment. So we said, okay, we're going to drive.
Why didn't you want to fly?
I just hate flying. Very, very easy answer.
But we're going to get him there. Like we put him in a box and fly him all over the world.
Yeah. Drug me.
Yeah. Have you seen, you know, the A-Team? There's
exactly,
one where they have to hypnotize BA so that they can get him into the plane.
Or just hit him in the head.
But it goes wrong, so don't do that. It went wrong in that episode.
Like I watched every episode of A-Team when I was a kid, and like I know all the ways of getting Gilbert on a plane.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, you never know what these skills like that you get from TV shows that you watch as a kid, how they can pay off later in life, right?
Yeah.
What is your biggest dream for the future?
Music-wise, band-wise, or personally?
Both. You can share everything. Music-wise, band-wise, maybe private life if you want to.
Private life, a cabin in the woods, away from neighbors.
Oh, nice. Like living the quiet bass player's life.
Yeah, exactly. And band-wise, like I always have a little bucket list for band things, and the next thing on there is definitely a European tour with a nightliner, and then overseas shows would be also on that list, like US, South America, Japan. But let's do the European tour first, and then like level up later on.
And definitely get a nightliner for the big tour.
Of course.
Not driving like to Barcelona. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun, but I don't need it again.
Yeah, it's actually kind of the same for me. Not the overseas show, but a headliner tour with a nightliner, with full venues, audience-wise. That would be a dream. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
cool.
2 to 3 weeks in a row, just great concerts, big parties. I don't know, or not big parties, but
meeting people. Like ELVELLON fans are overall very nice people.
Yes.
And it's always great to meet them after the shows, and doing that all over Europe would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
True. Yeah, exactly.
And since we're all Germans, should we say something in German? Do you know musician jokes in German, or do you want to say anything to anyone out there in German? Damit eure Fans uns auch mal Deutsch sprechen.
Ja.
Alle Musikerwitze sind immer über Bassisten, deswegen kann ich keine.
Ja, das stimmt.
Ja, deshalb dachte ich, du kennst die alle, immer die Drummer und die Bassisten, ne?
Ja, genau.
Ja.
Warum ist das eigentlich so? Habt ihr eine Theorie? Warum das so ist, dass es zum Beispiel keine Witze gibt über Gitarristen? Also meine Theorie ist, dass die Gitarristen diejenigen sind, die sich die Witze ausdenken.
Über Gitarristen macht man keine Witze, man lästert über die.
So, hinterm Rücken. Ah.
Guter Punkt. Ja, ja. Ich habe schon lange keinen guten Musikerwitz mehr gehört.
Noch nie.
Eigentlich noch nie. Ne? Nee, eigentlich echt noch nie.
Die sind alle
Ja.
nicht so lustig. Ne? Also es kommt drauf an, auf die Atmosphäre und so. Aber
Ja, schon.
Ja, über
ey.
Bassisten, der typische Bassistenwitz ja ist, dass wir ja nur bis 4 zählen können mit 1, 2, 3, 4. Das haut aber bei ELVELLON schon wieder nicht hin. Wir proben halt jetzt die ganzen neuen Songs und gerade bei Unbound, da muss ich oft bis 5 zählen. Das ist
Oh, aber du kannst das, ne? Du hast ja auch mal Gitarre gespielt.
ich
Ne?
krieg das hin, ja.
Genau.
Du kannst doch bestimmt bis 6 zählen, weil du Gitarre gespielt hast, oder?
Ich habe eine 7-seitige Gitarre. Die Seiten
Oh,
kriegst du auch
siehst
noch
du, dann kannst du auch
gezählt.
bis 7 zählen. Das macht dich ja echt voll besonders. Ihr habt euch echt einen tollen Bassisten ausgesucht.
Ja, finde ich auch. Nee, also hallo deutsche Fans. Ihr seid toll. Wir mögen euch sehr gerne. Wir sehen euch auch gerne auf den Konzerten. Wenn ihr noch keine Fans von uns seid und ihr steht auf Symphonic Metal, hört mal rein. Wird euch bestimmt gefallen. Also gerade Fans so der frühen Symphonic Metal Phase, Ende der 90er, Anfang der 2000er, der wird auf jeden Fall da auf seine Kosten kommen. Das kann ich euch versprechen.
Sehr schön, ist wirklich ein tolles Album. Ich habe es schon gehört und ich finde, es ist wirklich gut.
Dankeschön.
Deshalb sitzen wir hier jetzt auch. Gerne, gerne. Oh, wo wir schon dabei sind, glaubt ihr, dass die deutsche Metal-Szene anders ist als die Metal-Szene in anderen Ländern?
Dazu kenne ich die Metal-Szene in anderen Ländern, glaube ich, zu schlecht.
Ich kenne nur die US-Metal-Szene von YouTube. Und die ist, also das, was man auf YouTube mitbekommt, ist komplett anders.
Ja, stimmt.
Ich glaube, das bedeutet, dass sie mal ELVELLON brauchen in den USA. Das geht ja hier auch online auf YouTube. Ich kann ja mal so ein paar Konzertveranstalter taggen.
Das ist ein guter Plan, ja.
Sehr gerne.
Uns hat letztens in einem Interview auch ein Kanadier gesagt, wir müssten dringend nach Kanada kommen, weil da genau solche Bands wie wir fehlen würden. Also passt.
Ja, Kanada hat auch eine große Power-Metal-Szene und ich finde immer Power-Metal und Symphonic Metal passt auch sehr schön zusammen.
Kann man schon machen, ja.
Ja.
Ich liebe zum Beispiel Unleash the Arches aus Kanada.
Oh, mit denen hatte ich gerade ein Interview mit Britney. Das war ganz toll und ich finde auch Phantoma, das neue Album, ist auch echt klasse.
Ja, gerade die Single, die jetzt vor ein paar Tagen rausgekommen sind, es gefällt mir richtig gut.
Ja, die erste Single Green and Glass fand ich auch ganz toll. Die erste von dem Album. Mit dem animierten Video.
Mhm. Ich
Ja.
finde die zweite jetzt besser. Aber nicht über andere Bands diskutieren. Wir sind ja hier.
Nein. Aber ja, vielleicht könntet ihr als Warm-up für Unleash the Arches. Ja, wir taggen
auf jeden Fall. Nele und ich würden, wir wären nicht bereit wir wären nach unserer eigenen Show direkt wieder vor der Bühne.
Oh gut, ja, das kann man ja manchmal auch machen dann. Gilbert und Jan, vielen Dank für das nette Interview und tschüss aus dem Music Interview Corner.
Ciao.
Tschüss. Vielen Dank. War sehr schön.
Ja, finde ich auch. Hat Spaß gemacht.